It's a pleasure to have Antoine Suarez with us on the stage today. Antoine is an expert in quantum physics from Switzerland and is an expert in quantum entanglement. So, Antoine, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
It's great to have you here. So, Antoine, you are an expert in quantum physics, like I said. In 2022, the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded for experiments with entangled photons, establishing the violation of Bell inequalities, whatever that means. This is your field.
Yes.
Antoine, can you tell us what quantum entanglement is?
Yes. Well, I will try. Suppose you have one particle of light, one photon on Earth interacting with some measuring device, and you can get from this interaction result 1 or 0. You have another particle far away on Mars, also interacting with a similar device, and you can get result 1 or 0. If you look at the results on Earth here, you will see no particular pattern. You will see random results, 50% 1, 50% 0. Similar thing in Mars, 50% 1, 50% zeros, no particular pattern, randomness on Earth, randomness on Mars.
Like throwing a coin. So when I throw a coin, I have randomness.
Exactly. It would be like if you will be flipping coins. Exactly. Now, you compare the results on Earth and on Mars, and you see there is perfect concordance. If you get 1 on Earth, you get 1 on Mars. If you get 0 on Earth, you get 0 on Mars.
So, but Antoine, so the way I understand it is you have Earth and Mars.
Yes.
And you have these particles, right?
Yes.
That are behaving the same way
Exactly.
on Earth and in Mars.
Yes.
So if this one's doing like this on Earth, this one's doing like this in Mars.
Exactly.
How is this possible? Are they communicating with each other?
Even, that is the amazing thing, is that because of the distance, there cannot be a communication. There is no communication between the two by radio signals. That is, the communication has to go faster than light, and this is impossible. So you have perfect concordance, you have same result, Mars, Earth, but there is no communication between the two. How is this possible? This is quantum entanglement.
This is quantum entanglement, and
Yes.
this is also your field, and this is the reason why we invited Antoine to our stage today, because you performed an experiment that shows how this works with a special team. I think we even have a picture of the team. Can we have the picture of the team with Antoine?
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that is the team, yes.
It's a younger version of Antoine.
Let me see. Let me see. First of all, the experiments of the Nobel Prize, and were some experiments among many others, but what they prove is that there is this phenomenon, entanglement, without any possible coordination by radio signals.
So you're proving that if
this was proved by the experiments of the Nobel Prize, awarded by the Nobel Prize. My experiment adds a second feature to this one, and that is the following. That is why it is called before experiment, because the experiment proves that you cannot think that one result is the cause and the other the effect. there is no causal relationship in time between Earth and Mars. You cannot say one of the events happens first and the other after and takes account of the first.
And you prove this also with with applying the theory of relativity.
Yes,
to show that if
Yes.
this is moving on Earth and this is moving on Mars,
Yeah.
nothing is coordinating them. So how can these two particles be coordinated at the same time if they're not communicating with each other? How is this possible that I have a coin on Earth that is
Yes.
exactly the same
Yes.
as a coin on Mars, and there's no
Exactly.
how is this possible?
Well, the result of the experiment means that you have here entanglement that has particles behave the same way, but there is no cause in time. The phenomenon entanglement happens in time, is visible in space and time, but the cause is beyond space and time.
So are you saying that there's something outside of space and time?
Yes, that is what I am claiming, what the experiment proves, yes.
And do all your colleagues in quantum physics agree with this as well?
Yes, that is today, that is why there is the Nobel Prize also on this field, yes. That is, I would say, you could say, this is an amazing result of quantum physics, that you can prove that not all what matters for physical reality is contained in space and time. The visible world, the material world, we see and we move in, this world does not consist actually on material particles or material waves. This world is like a great calculation that supercomputing invisible intellects are projecting on the screen we call space and time.
Antoine, this is very, very creepy. Have you seen the movie Matrix, The Matrix?
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you think,
Yes.
so you're a quantum physicist. I'm
Yes.
going to take you by your word.
Yes.
Do you believe that we are living in a matrix?
Yeah, okay. Matrix is too short. What I believe is much more than matrix. Okay? What I believe is that we are interacting now. We are interacting with myriads of invisible intellects. And what we call consciousness is the interface of this dialogue between us and these intellects.
Okay, so like I said, this is very interesting, and it sounds very spacey, but we discussed it. I mean, Nicola Giesing speaks about these quantum angels.
Yes.
Anton Zeilinger, who actually won the Nobel Prize, speaks about mystic,
Yes.
and others speak about free will and nature. You are also a philosopher.
Yes.
So how do your experiments in the realm of quantum physics affect the way that you see the world?
Well, I think these quotations you have given are very significant because they are hard experimental physicists, and they are speaking about angels, about mystic, about free will and consciousness in nature. So, what does this mean? Well, this means that actually we are speaking about this dialogue we are carrying with invisible intellects. That is the point.
Okay, so
let me.
what kind of intellect? What kind of intellects they are? That is an interesting question. But can we affirm what else is out there? The truth is out there What else is out there we don't know, we can't know for sure, but would you affirm that there is something beyond space and time?
Sure. That is, I think that is what the experiments demonstrate. Now, what is this entity or these entities? This remains open. But I have to say, if you take this claim by Seilinger that the mystic ist ein zentraler Punkt. Mystic is a central point on which we can build up. This quotation is stating, resonates with my feeling, because I am a believer, but I am not telling quantum physics is proving God. But what I tell you is that if you believe in God, and if you are a quantum physicist help you a lot to enjoy God.
Okay.
And God help you to enjoy quantum physics.
Okay. So quantum entanglement is one big mystery in the realm of physics. What other mysteries does quantum physics talk about?
Yes. You say quantum entanglement, as we are now telling about, is already, we could say, pretty well understood. But there are two other big paradoxes in quantum physics. We can tell about this in coming years. One big paradox is the Schrödinger cat of Schrödinger, the Schrödinger Katze, live and alive and dead at the same time. Well, this is a big paradoxon. And another very big paradoxon is the paradoxon of irreversibility. Irreversibility and death. Death. What is death?
Antoine, do you think that it's possible to reverse death?
Well, I would say, my opinion is that death can be reversed, but not by human capabilities. That is what quantum physics is pointing to, that in the world there happen things that are beyond our capability to repair. Physicians define death as the irreversible breakdown of all brain activity. They use the word irreversibility. And what mean physicians by this word is that in death something happens beyond the human capability to repair. This does not mean that by superhuman capabilities, death can resurrect. This is what we would call miracles.
So it's great to know, or maybe it's not that great, but science still has many open questions.
Yes.
I'm curious to see in what direction science is going to take us and our society, but we know that there's a lot to discover yet.
Yes.
Antoine Suarez?
No, let me see.
Okay.
One word. Science is taking us in a very good direction.
All right. Thank you, Antoine Suarez. Very interesting talking with you about space and time.
Thank you.